Heartburn.
Acid.
Get you good.
Indigestion.
Hurts.
Upset stomach. Diarrhea.
At least you have been. I've been marinating in the beefy farts of dogs all night. So.
Oh.
Yeah. It's tasty.
It's another episode of Uncle Weepy's Depression Dungeon. With your hosts, Joy Moeller, Paul Armstrong, and Jeremy Fuchsa.
Is that you, Paul? Paul, is that you?
Is a dog
You
fart
making
good on
whispers.
bread?
I mean, it's a good mayo.
Ooh. A nice
That's
Spicy
bechamel.
mayo. It's a spicy
Oh.
mayo. It's vegetarian.
Is it?
It's going to be the
Came
new
from a
thing.
dog.
Look out, avocado toast. We got beefy dog fart toast.
That's what she said.
Is it? She just said.
Yep, she just said it.
Why do you have the heartburn? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm just.
You gonna go to a doctor?
I don't know.
Are you taking a lot of antacids?
No, well, yes, I am actually. I have been chewing the Tums
Tums,
a lot all week.
Okay. Now, have you?
In response to that, though, not because of, right? Like, you're taking Tums because you're having acid reflux. You don't have
Right.
acid reflux.
You're right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I don't really feel like that was a question. Was anyone really having that question, Paul? Just you?
I was.
Okay.
Just me.
So he might have been taking Tums.
And
and
then
it
it's
was
causing
causing
because
acid
they're
reflux.
delicious. Yes, because
Yeah.
They
because
are.
in
You
my
know what?
world
Fair.
they do the opposite.
They're like candy.
Well,
It's kind of
a-
it's kind of like Benadryl for toddlers.
yeah,
It's the opposite effect.
It's a chalky fruit bomb. Who doesn't want that in their mouth?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
you're
it's
right.
dry. It's gritty, and it has a slight fruit flavor. Who doesn't want that
I
all
do.
day?
All day.
Are you under a
Tomato
lot of
sauce
stress?
and have a lot of spaghettis.
No,
Yeah.
but I am drinking red wine now, and that's not helping, I'm sure. But
No.
no, I'm not under a lot of stress. Joy, thank you for querying my inner peace mode.
Hopefully not an ulcer or anything like that. 'cause
You
that
said
can
my
cause
name, which
No.
leads me to believe that you're displeased with me.
Well, now that you mention it,
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
where can we start with this?
Oh no!
Oh, jeez.
So,
Oh, there's nothing. Oh,
yeah, there's
no.
nothing. So
Oh,
yeah, no, there's
Oh,
nothing.
God.
Oh, there's nothing.
I was
Oh,
getting
boy.
razor
I
blades.
was-
I was
yeah,
getting ready to
I
cut.
was waiting. You were
No.
ready to
Then you
cut
kind of
yourself?
sounded like, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you kind of sounded like the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. Then, yeah.
I don't know if that's what he sounded like. I always get the caterpillar and the Tootsie Pop owl confused together for some reason.
What?
One,
What?
two.
Paul, I feel like you're saying just
Three.
ridiculous things.
No, but they
What
kind
are
of
you
have that
saying?
weird.
No,
You know
they
the Tootsie Pop
don't.
owl, right? Do you know the
Yeah,
No,
Tootsie
which is
Pop
in a
owl?
commercial. And
yeah,
then
I already
there's
goes a one, a two,
a two,
three.
a three. He's in a
Doesn't
commercial.
doesn't the caterpillar talk that way?
He talks in vowels.
Oh,
Plus, they're
I
like
might
way
be
different.
forgetting
Like
it.
one's a movie or a book, and one is a commercial.
It's not that. It's not. It's the voices that I'm comparing, not the situation.
Well, perhaps it's the same voice talent. Also, the caterpillar smokes. That's why Jeremy sounds like him.
Oh, he's a vapor.
Yes.
You figured out my deep dark secret.
You've got what do they call the lung thing that you get when you vape? The
black
iron lung.
Nerd
Iron
lung?
lung?
Did you say nerd lung?
No,
Like you said, iron
I wish
lung.
I had.
Get out of my way. I've got the nerd lung.
I got nerd lung. That is actually appropriate because it's mostly nerds who vape. I'm afraid of lighting things on fire, so I've got to vape instead. Is that the insinuation? That's my insinuation.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that one.
I I have known a lot of engineers and developers who have vaped.
Huh.
Good
So
story, though.
anyway, Jeremy,
Great.
getting
Cool
back
story,
to your
bro.
health issue.
Sure.
So you don't know the cause. You know it's not Tums.
I know it's not Tums. Tums are not giving me the heartburn.
Well, I'm still not sold on that.
Huh. Well, that sucks.
I go to
'cause I remember
Red
when I was
TV.
pregnant and I had it, I'd
Ooh.
have it for like just weeks on end. Very painful. So I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
I don't know. And I'm sweaty. I'm not sweaty anymore because it's cold down here in the basement. But wow, I
Sweaty
was
part is
sweating
concerning.
so much. It was just very warm upstairs.
Okay.
Very warm upstairs.
Alright.
Sitting, stewing in my heartburn, drinking red wine to ameliorate the symptoms of a heartburn, and sweating like
red
a,
wine
like
might
a,
not be helping at
like
all.
a mafioso on his way to a court appearance. Yeah, so yeah,
Like Mike
I probably really
Bloomberg
should
on the
stop.
debate stage.
Oh yeah, I should probably stop drinking that. No,
I
you
mean,
know what?
it's
I'm going to
good,
chug it.
but-
I'm going to chug it.
But maybe not for the acidity.
It's making you warm. Yeah. But
Well, it's
Acid
gone. I don't have to worry about
reflux
that anymore.
Acid reflux is in the esophagus, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Wow.
like your
Ugh.
isn't like your
That was
stomach acids
toothy.
come up. Maybe that's not true.
Yeah, maybe. Oh boy,
You hurting?
that was some. That was
You
some.
downed the wine? Or
Yeah,
the
that
Tums?
was no the wine, and it had a very Aldi flavor to it.
Oh, is it Aldi wine?
Yes,
Does it have an
Yes.
owl?
Do
on
they
the
have
lid?
it
their
did
own
have the
brand?
owl on it. Yes.
That's a
I
good
didn't know
one.
they have their own brand wine.
Yeah, it's basically $2 Chuck with a different sticker on it.
I
Yep.
don't know what that means.
Oh, you don't know what $2 Chuck is?
Cheap wine.
From Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Our Trader
But
Joe's
it's
is too
good.
far for us to go.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
You
it's
could
I
Google
mean,
it
it's
and learn
it's not
too.
it's for $3 a bottle. It's not the worst stuff in the world. There certainly is $3 wine that is far worse than this.
I'm on their website. They have a giant wine called Bear. Okay. They have another. There's a lot of animals on these wine bottles from Aldi. There's a bear. There's a wolf.
Wolf.
Someone's alarm's
What's
going
that?
off. Get it?
Oh, that's
Yeah, what is that?
that's an incoming phone call.
So do you
Oh.
winking owl? Is that what you
winking
got?
owl? Yes,
That's what it is.
Oh, he's so
Winking brown eye.
cute.
Mhm.
He
That's
is
a nice
cute,
little
isn't
illustration
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It's a it's a
It's a
fun
nice
little-
series of owl illustrations. Those
Oh,
are
yes.
actually very well done.
Yes, they are.
I'm
They are.
impressed.
They look like a wine that does not cost $3.
Yeah, exactly. They're
Yeah.
they're yeah, Costco doesn't try it all. They're just like,
no,
here
is
it's
your
white labeled.
Costco wine.
Here's your bullshit. Oh, it's not bad, but they don't even try on the
Nope.
labels. This is
Nope. Kirkland fermented grapes.
it's Kirkland grape-like fruit.
Fruit.
It's a kumquat, nature's sexiest fruit.
The kumquat.
More like kumquat, am I right?
So
Tell me
so
a story.
have I told you guys about my mother-in-law?
No.
Only that she knits hats. Scarves.
That is one thing that she does. Yes. So we were in Rochester over the weekend for my wife's birthday, my son's birthday, who was 2 weeks
remember that.
before that, and then her brother's birthday, who was a week after that. So it's all a big party.
Big party. Does this need a segment bump?
I don't know. Do you want to say?
I don't know. I mean, what?
there's some involvement to things.
Okay, here. Let's
I don't
let's. I don't know. Let's give it this one.
What is even happening?
Accurate. This is accurate. This is accurate.
Okay.
So it's a gathering of a lot of siblings, 3 siblings, 7 kids going to Nana's house or my mother-in-law's house. They're a very strange couple. they hated me for a very long time. Where they, geez, I don't know how far back to go other than to say that when I asked, I'm a very traditional guy, I guess. I asked Sonia's stepfather if I could marry her, and
look at
he
you
proceeded
go.
to tell me about how he had a vasectomy, had it reversed, and then had it again. Snip, snap, snip, snap. He literally did that. Like it's not a bit from The Office. And that was his way of talking. I'm like, is that a yes? Like, I don't
What
know
does
what
that
that
mean?
means. Yeah. Her mom, sorry. Her mom gave me the blessing and then took it back. And we had to kick them out of our apartment once because they were upset with us that we had wine. And I said, is wine worse than, beating your wife, which is what the stepfather had done before to Sonia's mom? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, you can just go ahead and leave right now. So
Wow.
we have a strange and complicated relationship with them contextually. We have not spoken to them for years. Speak to them, don't speak to them because they're very crazy. They're obviously huge Trumpers. Not a surprise because they are evangelical. Anyway, that sets up some context for the weirdness that is their home, which is
Haunted
One-
dolls.
it is all purple and gold. Everything is purple and gold in deep dark woods. So they've remodeled it and they spent all this money on just like the darkest walnut wood everywhere on the ceilings even. So it feels like a boat. It feels like an old boat. But strewn about the entire house are nude paintings of my stepmother.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
We.
Yes.
This is
I'm
new
not
to the
kidding.
redecorating.
So over the last like 5 or 6 years, they just keep getting paintings commissioned. She's just turned 70. There's
So
one
these
in
are
their
done-
living room.
Mm.
Oh, these are commissioned and they're expensive and they're
By various
Art.
artists, there's not just one guy.
no, it's one artist I think. Oh my god, here for proof's sake.
Oh no, no! Don't
Yeah.
send it. Oh dear God.
Send it.
So in the
Have you not been to their house in a while?
we don't go that often. We avoid it
Okay.
because it is horrifying. But just one, because it's just a lot of bad things happen in that house, and Sonia doesn't like
Yeah.
going for good reasons,
Mm-hmm.
and it's awkward. So in the
Wait, are you
living
in
room, there's
San
one where it feels very George Costanza-esque.
Francisco? Wow.
And then there's one in the breakfast room where we had the gathering of everybody. I just sent you that one that's in there. Where she doesn't take them down. The kids ask a lot of questions about it. And it's
I'm sure
impossible
they
to
do.
answer. They're like, who is that?
What?
Like, did you see?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck?
I
was expecting it to be a little more
see.
abstract.
No.
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 Wow.
That would be welcome. There is
Wow.
one, my daughter who didn't go
Oh,
this time, my
God.
21-year-old.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm not making this
I'm
shit up.
sweating again.
You see the purple everywhere
is-
too, right?
Yeah. I do. There's a lot of purple
What?
and
Uh-huh.
nipples.
The
And-
the carpet is purple as well. Yeah, nippies.
Why is this
Uh,
happening?
I don't know, but I
This is what a whole family gets welcomed to. We don't talk about it. My 21-year-old, when she was there last time, she got taken up to their bedroom.
Oh,
I
no.
think she wanted to use the bathroom, and she came down and where she was like looking at me. I'm like, what? She's like, Dad. She came up. She's like, there's a painting up there that is Nana naked, but surrounded by her own boobs and nipples everywhere. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's nipples and boobs all around her. Like she's playing in her own boobs. I'm like, I don't understand what's happening.
An ocean of areola.
Exactly.
What?
So I haven't seen that one. I'm kind of glad because it probably would. You have to have a healthy medical sort of dissociation to enter the house to be like, you're
Apparently.
there and those are also there.
Oh.
Why is
Anyway.
this happening? Like,
I
there's
don't
no
know.
secret who is in the painting.
No. And her stepfather is all for it. She is also many a time worn see-through tops places. like
had work
a
done,
graduation for someone where you're like, oh my God, please just cover up because
Put
we
those
can see
away.
everything. Yeah. And
She
they're
has fake boobs.
it's not, no, nothing to get excited about, quite honestly. Wow. Ugh. Blah. Ah.
I don't understand.
So anyway, there's all these kids there, and we're always trying to divert their attention away from the giant paintings.
Jeez.
Sure.
So we tend to go, let's go watch a show. Except they don't like the TV that much. So they're like, no, we're going to play games. Anyway, there was also a very odd situation where, well, they know that I'm gluten-free, but they don't care. And my sister-in-law's new husband is vegan, and they don't care. So they always serve roast beef and no vegetables. It was roast beef. I'm sorry, there is a vegetable, baked potato, and rolls. So I couldn't have the rolls. He couldn't have roast beef. So we both basically just had like potatoes. And they also had chips and salsa, which when I say that, I know what you're thinking, but it is not at all what I'm saying.
Okay.
The salsa is there, but it is
Yes.
just tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
And the chips are potato chips.
Jeez.
Oh, so it's an Iowa
Like-
salad.
Is that what you call that?
Chips and salsa.
Yeah. Yeah, an Iowa salad. That's usually something like Jell-O with carrots and whip
Jesus, and cat food?
and Miracle Whip on top. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've had
Oh, that's
that.
like the museum of horrifying food.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so yeah, that was our entire evening
Oh,
one day.
wow.
So just like diced tomatoes?
No, sort of like a little more like a little more stewed than
Yeah.
diced.
I need to get back to the painting.
I was going to say,
Go
all
back there.
that tit, and she's talking about diced tomatoes.
How many of these paintings are there? And
As
how
far
long
as
have
I
they
know,
been
there's
going on?
4.
Well, it
think they must
sounds
be
like
doing at
you
least-
could be way off on that count. There
Yeah.
could be submerged photos.
Oh, there could be very many more.
Oh, yeah.
It,
And
were
it's
these,
weird. So that's what the context is. They're super conservative Christian. Super. And these
Yeah,
are all
well-
over their house. How does that make sense?
Doesn't.
It all
No.
leaks out somewhere.
And are
And-
they all
and-
like photo real like this?
Yeah.
Why doesn't someone say something?
And this is why I
Like,
drink.
what's with your-
This is why I drink. Oh, no. They say stuff. But she's like, oh, we just think it's so beautiful. We're like, okay.
What?
Okay. Yeah. They're,
Then put them upstairs.
again, drinking.
Well, they
bad.
did.
This
It's
shit
an
okay.
ocean of areolas upstairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Diving and
Yes.
smushing. I don't know.
Are there any of him?
and she's-
This is just her?
No. This is what he wants. This is what he likes to display. Other odd behavior is they always like, again, she does like to wear see-through tops. They like to also sit in the middle of a restaurant, not on the edges, not in a booth, in the middle table.
Huh.
State it out loud because they like to be in the middle of people. Like, oh, God, why?
So this is your wife's stepdad?
It's my wife's mom and stepfather, yeah.
There's a photo of a penis sandwich in that house somewhere.
Oh, I don't want to.
What? I
can't.
don't understand. So this
If they're doing
stepfather-
paintings, what is something that's quicker than paintings that there probably are all over?
Photographs.
Yeah.
Mud sculpture.
Well, there's probably. Oh my God.
Someone-
Because my wife didn't tell me before we went that we were planning on going there. She waited till the day of. Like, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to my mom. I'm like, why didn't you tell me this? Because you know it's very triggering, and I really blocked it out of my mind. My
It's like taking
kids
a kid to
asked,
the
"What are we doing
dentist.
today?" I don't think we're doing anything. Like, I thought we were going to Nana's. I'm like, "Oh right, yeah, we are doing that." Like, why didn't you remember? So I'm like, I am trying not to remember that we're going there. I've had it. Yeah, that's a.
I can't.
It seems like there's a movie in there somewhere,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but it wouldn't be believable. No one would
Nope.
believe it. It's unbelievable. There's nothing about it that makes sense. It doesn't seem like, oh yeah, that's just kitschy. Oh, they think it's real funny. Nope.
Is it all?
Really
It's always
happening.
just boobs. Does she ever show her vajay?
I don't know. No, with legs crossed over, so you don't really see it.
Oh, but it's
Like I
French.
said, there's a
Jeez.
George Costanza-esque sort of Titanic type picture in the living room where guests recline and the couches are circled to look right at it.
No.
Oh, God.
And these are big. They're not like 5x7. They're like 16.
No, they're not like a little Polaroid. No, they're
I'm so
they're
confused
unmistakably
right now.
there.
Yeah, this really goes against the Christian values, doesn't it?
You would think.
It does.
Oh.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
and we're
I don't
sure
know, I
their,
don't-
their paintings and not photographs.
Oh no, they're oh God. Yeah, they're paintings, but they might take she poses for them. Oh.
That's right. They've got to have a reference somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
Sleep. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I think we all need a rest after that. Oh my God.
I just don't understand.
And you have photographic proof. It is. Oh my God. I don't know if I have the big one. Let me check. That's bad. I didn't mean to say.
Oh.
I just
I'm
don't
like
even
sitting
know.
here-
Like the older kids are like think it's hilarious because it doesn't.
Well, I'm
make
sure
sense.
they do.
The
But it's
younger
their
one, I think,
grandma.
kind of just. I know it's their grandma. It just doesn't make any sense.
Mm.
What they've kind of learned over time that their grandma is kind of not normal,
What happened?
and they
to
know
her?
about the past because we don't lie to our kids. They're like,
So
Yeah.
what is the
she's
past?
like, yeah, the fact that Sonia's stepfather was abusive. So
But now that-
that's why
now
we
he's
don't have.
not?
That's why we don't have deep relationships with them. They are not good
Uh-huh.
with boundaries. All that kind of stuff. So that they're like, why don't we see Nana that much? Like, this is why. So they kind of have background, but it is very awkward.
But
I
he
didn't take a
doesn't-
picture of the big one.
Hit her anymore?
I don't know. I don't think so. He's pretty.
just takes-
He's old. He's up there in age. He's about a decade older than her. But yeah, I mean, he was physically abusive, a terror. Because it's been over 25 years. I've seen him go into his weird
Uh-huh.
rages. They're not fun. He's not a big man. He's like a squat little soccer player, but he can get real menacing. So anyway, that's like a background, which is like that stuff's all cool to them. Like, hey, yeah, whatever. We're never going to say sorry for that, but you need to apologize to us for having bottles of wine in your apartment.
So they don't think that there was anything wrong? That is so fucked up.
Uh-huh.
Paul, I feel for you. And
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No,
you're going to
no.
love this.
Oh, no.
I found it. You're welcome.
What? Why is it so big?
Oh, dear
What is
Jesus.
happening?
Oh. Oh,
Okay, and
so
these are provocative
much,
positions too.
so much wood paneling as well. They're the
Did
eye,
I not tell you?
the
Is it coming
eye.
together now?
The eye doesn't know where to go.
What is going on?
Oh, I love it. I'm
That
so
you're
glad
so
that
Paul, you're right. What is even happening was the way
What
to open this.
is even? And
Okay, why does she look like she's like 20? Are they recent?
yeah, but they probably asked, make me look, get rid of the wrinkles. It's
What the hell? And yes, the poor children.
yeah.
Why is it so large?
What she said.
So many people
don't.
right now are listening, going, "What are you talking about?" Like, yeah,
Yeah.
there's a
What?
Costanza-esque thing to that one, right?
There is a very Costanza-esque
Yeah.
thing to this.
yeah,
This
and there's
is-
covering, like I said, like there's covering,
Uh-huh.
but boy,
boy.
it doesn't help.
No.
It doesn't help.
No, look at the tan lines. They painted tan
Yeah.
lines in. Oh,
Yeah, her face looks real
Oh,
weird. This
my.
whole thing is just
yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah,
what,
yeah.
what is happening here? I'm sweating again.
Not in a good way, though.
No.
This is why I either am shut down completely or drink.
Oh
Probably.
God.
All right. I don't even.
I'm so sad at the moment.
Something really fucked up is happening.
I tried to paint a picture. I don't think it's possible to paint one like that.
Nope,
no.
pun intended.
No.
Previous.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why
What does
going
she
back
look
there
like
every
in
time
real
is
life?
just that, but older, obviously. I mean, I don't know what
Just
she
as
looks like
naked.
everywhere because I have not seen everything, but
Well, you have practically.
practically, yeah. At this point, everyone has. But
That
it's a
is
painting
so
so they can make it
uncomfortable.
all smooth. It's very uncomfortable.
Anyone
and
who
it's-
comes to your house seeing your wife naked.
yeah. But here's the thing: I don't think they have any friends either. Like
Probably
in the
not.
time that I've known them, I've never known them to have anyone over to their house. I've never heard them talking about other friends ever. It's weird.
If I went to their house, I would think they were swingers.
Yeah. I mean, especially with all that rich dark wood.
Or that he was like
Mhm.
VP of Hustler or something.
Oh
like,
Yeah.
There's just something
like
but no.
like that. Like to me, that place smells like sandalwood and Astroglide.
Yeah. Ooh, sure. And that they have plastic on their sofa because of what is happening in here.
Wow.
Yeah, Sexton.
Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
No, it smells like pot roast and lilacs.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course it does. Oh, Jesus.
And
Oh.
where he works he was a high school science teacher. And she was a high school English teacher.
Oh, no.
Oh, this just.
Oh, God. This
And they've been remodeling that house. Right now they're remodeling and adding a kitchen that they've been working on for 10 years.
Well, you got to keep chopping down more trees.
Yeah, there's so much wood. They've got so much wood.
They have to take breaks for the paintings, too. She's like, I feel like posing today.
They got to sell something to commission those paintings too, because they both are retired.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
How much is that cost?
Painting that size doesn't come cheap.
No,
Unless the
somehow
guy
they
was
have a
just
ton of
like,
money,
just
and my wife's always like, "Where are they getting all this money from?" They were both teachers.
Oh.
He drives a Lincoln Town car, and he's about 5'2".
That's funny.
It's not, and it's true. It's not even making that up. One time they bought a van, and when I say van, I don't mean the new vans. I mean an old Ford Ecoline, like.
Well, yeah, you got to go
Giant-
trolling in some
Yeah.
sort of a.
And we got roped into going to Kentucky Horse Park, which is like 2 hours away in that van. And boy, was he swerving. And we were holding on for dear life in the back, being like, "Hey, Pops, how you doing? You staying awake?" Because he's like swerving over. He's like, "I'm fine." I don't know why. So our theory is that he projects manhood as much as he can because he's a small, effeminate man.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And
Yes.
these
Yes.
paintings are part of that
Mm-hmm.
projection.
Yes.
Gross.
Yes. Very. No, there isn't anything that isn't going to be gross about this. There's no silver lining. It would be better if he were a pornographer. It would just be like, yeah, all makes sense. All the
Well,
purple,
yeah.
all the
Yeah.
wood.
Mhm.
All the wood.
No, all of this other stuff makes it so much worse. So much worse.
Wow.
And there's no way I could ever write about this because it doesn't seem
Mm-mm.
plausible in any way.
No.
This is like I could create a sitcom that just keeps going about this.
Oh,
But
yeah.
no one will watch it because they're like, that is the most ludicrous, preposterous storyline I've ever heard.
All these nude paintings around, and you never make mention of them. They're just there.
No, you
They're
can't
just
talk
there.
about it.
No, you
You're
don't.
praying. You're praying before meals. You're asking people. Oh God. So all I remember is the prayer during dinner the last time. Something I don't remember. I try to not listen just because they're Pentecostal too, so it gets real weird.
Oh,
Speaking of
do they
tongues.
do? Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Do they?
Fucking
oh.
God. And I grew up Presbyterian, so that couldn't be more opposite. Anyway, at some point, because we were leaving the next day, the mom said, "May the blood of Jesus be washed over your cars." And my son, my 18-year-old, looked at me and was about to die laughing. who is slaughtering Jesus and putting his blood all over our car? That's pretty great. Anyway, it's just
Oh.
very, wow. I need therapy.
Wow.
From my wife's gotten a ton of it, and I just kind of laugh it off on podcasts. I told you I had a story. So
Yeah. Yeah, that text did not lie.
Are your
what would you confront them on it? I mean, what would you do?
I mean, I'd be, kind of like, hey,
But it's like we don't see them that often, less than
Yeah.
once a year.
yeah.
It's happening slowly. They're kooks. They're just weirdos.
I'd be like,
Have you-
it seems to me
Your in-laws,
like you got
not
you
your,
got
and
you got
your in-laws. They're not yours.
You got a lot of you got a lot of things going on here. You got a lot of good things going on here. Looks like you're doing well for yourself. Is there a way where you could have like like in Disneyland or like amusement parks where you're at this saloon and there's this, painting of a nude woman over the bar, and then when the sheriff comes in town, they flip a switch and all of a sudden it turns into a picture of a horse. Could you maybe install one of those?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love it to flip around. I
Yeah,
would love it to be one of those
just have it
billboards.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden it's a waterfall or
It's a hologram. It's
Yeah,
moving. Oh,
yeah.
then the tits would be following you. I mean, yeah, if there was a bar there, like they don't drink, so there's no, like, yeah, I literally don't know what to say ever because it's almost not worth getting into it.
Have you seen them speak in tongues?
Yes, it's also very much not worth getting
have.
into.
I have. When before we were married, we were at a picnic or something. Another crazy thing. They love to go to Lancaster, which is nowhere near where they live, but it's near where I used to live. And they like to go to they like to go to random community potlucks.
The
So
hell
one-
you
That they're
say?
not invited to?
That they're not invited to. So one time we were with them and we were really hungry and we were wanting to go to dinner, and David, the stepfather, I should probably use an alias, but fuck it. We're like, hey, where are we gonna go? And he's looking at these like signs that are just, hand painted and shit. It's like fireman's dinner potluck 7. We're like, we're gonna go here.
No.
So we're in this random community in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, with people we don't know, sitting at a group table with people we don't know, eating their food.
You didn't bring anything either.
No, because they're not from here. They're from out of town. None of us
Stop
had.
it.
We were
Grocery
prepared.
store.
It wasn't something we were going to.
So is it just because it's free, or are they
Yes.
spreading the good word? Or
No, it's because it's free.
fuck, did they talk to people?
Yeah. And they're
Okay.
the most boring conversations you'd ever want to have.
And
It's
this
like
is when
he
they
wants
spoke
to
in
be.
tongues?
It's like he wants to be a farmer or something. I don't know. There's just nothing that makes sense. None of it. A ball of what the fuck.
So tell me about the tongues.
Oh, so it would have been. Yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked.
No, it was a good
Before we were married,
sidetrack.
I think we went to church with them, and then afterwards we went to one of their friends' house, who Sonia sort of knew. He's a creepy, creepy guy who asked Sonia if she could be his buddy. Ugh,
Ew.
weird. It's like, hey, will you be my buddy? And she's like, what? It's weird. Anyway, they made us all stand up and go out onto their deck, I think, or maybe the living room. I can't remember. It was so long ago. And they laid hands on all of us, and then they started praying. And it just sounds like nonsense. It's like just nothing. It's nonsense.
Mhm.
That's what I say to my dog every morning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It just sounds like a baby talking. And they're like, no, it's angel speak. I'm like, I'm pretty sure the Bible says that when you speak in tongues, there needs to be an interpreter. Who is here to interpret what that means? Like, oh, we all know what it means. We could feel the presence of the Spirit, so we know.
What does it
Well,
mean?
I
then?
feel. I'm like, well, I feel really fucking uncomfortable. I didn't say fucking. I feel really uncomfortable. So I don't know what that means, because if this is from God and it makes me uncomfortable, what do you do about that? They're like, well, maybe you're just not saved. I'm like, okay, this is great. So it's bad. It's weird. And they went to churches like that where they would be dancing, and there were people that had flags that would be flying, and Sonia was used to it, and I'm not, because again, Presbyterian, everything is as repressed
What
as
did, the,
possible.
what did
So
the flag say? Did they say plimp?
no, they're just sitting there jumping around and waving a flag and in the aisles, and
Purple? Gold?
gold and purple. Yeah, there was purple. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
hey, there you go.
What kind of flowers were on the flag?
There weren't any flowers. They were just plain.
Schmerzen.
Sorry to disappoint you. Shahamana,
Schmerzen.
Shamatita Kuka, Tirimiki. No, they didn't say that. They didn't do that. Yeah, they're just a whole ball that doesn't make sense. It's overly sexualized repression, which doesn't make any sense.
Mm-mm.
Makes for
Going
good
out to
dinner
eat at
looking,
the
though.
potluck.
Makes for good stories, but not for good brain functioning,
Nope. Not at all.
because it breaks. Your brain breaks. I bet it will heal your acid reflux, though, because it will all
Nope,
transfer
but that did.
to an aneurysm.
Why?
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Jesus
Yes.
loves you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe he was in the Boy Scouts.
Shit.
Bring
That was
it all back
good.
home. Oh. I don't think there's nowhere else to go.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
All I can say is pray for me.
Yeah.
But please use English, because I don't know how to interpret tongues.
The angels speak.
There's no amount of me trying to digest and figure anything out that I get anywhere. I don't get anywhere.
No.
Doesn't go anywhere. I can't do it.
I'm trying.
I can't logic my way through it. All I can be is like, the world is chaos. That's it. That's all there is. Everything is meaningless. The world is chaos. That's the only way to explain any of it. And that dog farts are awful. That's the only other thing.
Except on bread.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Crimsons.
Happy New Year. You guys have a good weekend.
Yeah.
I seriously am like trying to process.
I know.
Like I want to
I
come up
know.
with an answer for you about why
Yeah,
this is
you're-
happening.
You're not. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
No. You have to live with the ambiguity of it all.
So
That's really what brought me on my journey to of deconstructing my faith and coming up with something that just doesn't make any sense anymore, because that's the way life is.
Do your wife's siblings, like, did they get out of that?
Do they get out of it? What do you mean?
Like, did they escape?
Yeah, so Sonia's sister left in high school. She moved out. They were back and forth between their mom and their dad. Sonia stayed more with her mom and stepfather. Sarah got tossed back and forth and moved out, and her brother went with her dad. So they've had weird, different upbringings.
Huh.
None of it good. All of it bad. Both parents were not great.
Yeah. But everybody's okay now.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's why they get together now, because they're all changed and healed and gone their different ways, and they kind of don't invite any. Like, we'll do summer. We'll go to in New Hampshire to Lake Winnipesaukee with just the cousins and the other families, because all of their parents are all of them are all fucked up
They're
and
all
a mess.
crazy.
And we're like, you know what? They're terrible, and then we're not doing anything with them anymore. We're going to make our own
Yeah.
families that are healthy and normal. So, like, there's good stuff that's come from it, but
Sure.
it's like a pattern with the family. It's just, they're all just a mess on both sides. Real piece of work.
Wonder who those paintings are going to be left to. In the
God.
will.
Oh,
Good
Can
question.
If only we could talk to them about it. Oh, we have.
If what?
Every time we bring up, what is your plan for the will? We don't talk about that. That is not
proper.
It's not proper. Like, fine, great. I don't think they have a will. So who knows?
Well,
Like, we just went through, we have a will. It took us forever, but they don't even have one. And like, they're a little bit closer to death's door than we are, as far as I know.
Wow.
Good times, USA.
well, I suppose if it goes to you, I can drive up with an old rusty pick-em-up truck
And take it off your hands for you.
Strap it to the roof of your
What do you
station
say I trade you the titty photo for?
You got to do your foghorn leghorn. So what?
So what I say what I was
What you got to do with these Tits McGee photos, paintings?
I'll give you a bottle of wild turkey and a book about Flash.
I got an action script book. Yeah, well, and
I'll say,
and some cornbread.
Some real good cornbread too. I'll give you some
cornbread.
molasses with
Gluten free. I got
give
some.
him the big titty photo.
Oh, you gonna put this on the internet? No.
No. I'll put it up in my toilet.
Oh man, I wonder how much it would go for at auction.
Yeah.
You know, you used to work somewhere. Oh,
I
that
know.
would-
I
oh my
know.
God! Can you imagine?
Right? Oh man, I kind of want to do what like people do when they find thrift store paintings and paint their like Star Wars things in it or Yetis or whatever. Like,
no.
You gotta leave
are
it as
taking
is?
You are taking those suckers to the Antiques Roadshow.
Yes.
What I'm terrified of. What I'm terrified of is that they do get left to us, and what accompanying message goes with it. Hey, Paul, we knew how much you loved these photos. Could we saw you staring at them
I saw
so
you
much.
taking a picture, Warren.
We saw you taking pictures and staring at them so much. We know that you like these a lot. Wink, wink, wink. Oh my God.
Did they know that you have pictures of them?
so sad again.
No.
That would be
Hey,
awesome.
have you ever
Just stand
put
up in
sh-
front
have you
of
ever put
everybody
sh-
and start taking pictures?
Oh my God. We do
These
it
are
all
so
quietly.
great. I
Like,
gotta get some photos of these.
Oh, your wallpaper is so good. Let me step back. Way back. Also, do you guys ever put shrimp on deviled eggs? Because that's what they also served. Anyway. Tiny.
Oh, I got heartburn
diced up
again.
shrimp. Yeah.
Tiny shrimp?
Like a little shrimp.
Yeah,
tiny
yeah,
shrimp?
like cut it up a little.
Oh.
Oh, and also with
Why does that
feta
make it
cheese.
worse in my
Feta.
mind? But
With feta cheese.
so it smells like. Well, see now in my
You know
head,
what it smells like?
I'm
Smells
smelling
like a vagina. What?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, now it smells like what is in my mind.
It's a rich tapestry of one evening that, like, if it's a deductible, it's taking away from you. It is, but it's giving. Yeah,
But
how
yet
can
it's
something
giving
both
so
be
much
giving?
back.
Yeah, how can something give you and take away in infinite directions? It's the universe. It's expanding, but vast, but shrinking. But we don't know. Maybe it's a circle. Maybe it's not. Oh, titties. I mean, what?
It's a seamless web.
I'm glad. But I am glad that I have photos because I don't think anyone would ever.
Nope, never
Believe me.
would believe you.
I would have thought they were
No.
like charcoal sketches of the back of her or something.
Oh,
Well, see, that's what
But I
what you
am-
normally would get is something
Yes.
like that. But
yeah.
no, so much
And
more.
What
so
I'm afraid of is that I'm gonna have to get myself invited up to the bedroom to see what's happening up there because I can't quite fathom it. Other than my daughter telling me. I'll get my daughter to take a
You got a
picture.
super bad stomach cramp, and you don't think it would be polite for you to wreck the bathroom in the parlor.
Well, and their bedroom is in the back of the house upstairs.
Yep,
like
yep.
they have like this living room. I'm like, oh, I can't get to the. I could probably just get my daughter to do it. She finds it hilarious and would do it in an instant. So.
Oh, well, there you go.
But still, I don't
You
know
gotta
if I'm
know
ready
it.
for it. I kind of prefer the mystery, but I don't know if I do either. I don't know. I mean, this really is the essence of questioning our existence.
Like I'm picturing a Bob Ross photo, but instead of happy little trees,
Maybe
it's just perky little nipples. Perky little old lady
But
nipples.
they're not perky.
Well,
No,
you know.
no,
well, they sure are in this painting.
they are.
They
They're
are in that
really
one
more
painting for
like-
sure.
Like sacks of wet flour. That's more
Oh,
Sacks of wet.
with
oh! Now I
Hershey
think I'm gonna
kisses
have
that are
diarrhea.
melting.
Oh. Oh.
I hope everyone has enjoyed their time today.
This has been lovely.
We painted a happy little pubic bush.
Yeah, a little bush, little
Over here.
little path, little worn path going in between there. Yeah. So God bless and
We're
how
gonna
much
make a
joy
little mountain
my
of
goodness,
flesh
I-
over here.
Oh. Here's this is Peanut, my little pocket squirrel. He's popping out from behind the areola, and he's just a real treat to have around. I feed him pieces of whatever I find lying on the ground. Give him
Nibble, nibble.
nibble. Anyway, but,
Speaking in tongues. Oh,
That's all she wrote.
that was quiet.
That was
yeah,
fun.
why is that so quiet?
Why is it so damn quiet?
Why is it so quiet? I don't know.
But it is all she wrote.
Okay, I'm gonna try it again all over. I'm gonna try that one again. Oh,
Well, that's all she wrote.
oh God.
I'm not sure I'll ever be able to top anything.
No, I think that may be the number one
Nobody.
episode that we've ever made.
I think that even tops when you had to masturbate that cat.
Yeah, yeah.